In the race for U.S. president, FBI agents interviewed presumptive Democratic Party nominee Hillary Clinton about her email usage while she was Secretary of State. The Saturday interview adds to a political storm already brewing over her husband, Bill Clinton's meeting with the U.S. Attorney General this week. CCTV's Jim Spellman is joining us live from the newsroom. Jim, was this FBI interview voluntary?
Voluntary, and the Clinton campaign is stressing that it was voluntary. The campaign says Hillary Clinton was interviewed by the FBI for 3.5 hours. As I said, they stressed that this was voluntary, that they are cooperating. The interview happened at FBI headquarters in Washington Saturday morning. Often in cases like this, the person at the center of the investigation is interviewed last, and the investigation does seem to be winding down. The next step will be recommendations from the FBI that could possibly include criminal charges. The U.S. Attorney General Lynch says she will likely go along with those recommendations. That announcement came after an impromptu meeting between the Attorney General and Hillary Clinton's husband, the former President Bill Clinton. U.S. Attorney General Lynch says she expects to accept whatever recommendations the FBI makes in its investigation of Hillary Clinton's personal email account. But she will not recuse herself from the case and will retain ultimate control over the investigation.
The recommendations will be reviewed by career supervisors in the Department of Justice and in the FBI, and by the FBI director. And then, as is the common process, they present it to me, and I fully expect to accept their recommendations.
The announcement comes after an impromptu meeting between Lynch and Hillary Clinton's husband, the former President Bill Clinton, at an airport in the state of Arizona earlier in the week. Bill Clinton left his private jet and joined Lynch on a government plane for about 30 minutes. Lynch says the two did not discuss the email probe.
But it really was a social meeting, and it really was in that regard. He spoke to me, he spoke to my husband for some time on the plane, and then we moved on.
The meeting has raised eyebrows, especially among Republicans, who say Lynch may be too close to the Clintons. Lynch was first appointed as a federal prosecutor by Bill Clinton in 1999. Donald Trump tweeted, "Take a look at what happened with Bill Clinton. The system is totally rigged. Does anybody really believe that meeting was just a coincidence?" The FBI is investigating a private email account and server Clinton used while Secretary of State and whether classified documents were illegally sent through this system. The investigation has been mired in politics during a heated election cycle where polling has shown a majority of voters question Clinton's trustworthiness. Clinton has turned over thousands of emails to investigators so far, and her top aide has already been interviewed by investigators, Susan.
Jim, we've been hearing so much about this for so long. Is there a deadline for the FBI to finish the investigation?
No, the FBI has no timeline for completing the investigation. If any charges are brought, it would send shockwaves through the election, but many observers do think that Hillary Clinton will not face charges. As far as that timeline goes, there is a political timeline, if not one for the FBI. Democrats hold their convention later this month, the election later in the year in November. That's when, at the convention rather, when they will formally nominate Hillary Clinton as their candidate for president. The Clinton campaign is certainly eager, though, to put this controversy behind them, and they would like it to happen before the convention so they can move on with this campaign, with this issue behind them, Susan.
Jim Spellman with the update in the newsroom.